what's good? You know what it is, bro. About to go ahead and get with SP. We about to get this Knicks Real Talk pregame popping off. Get this shit popping, man. I'll holla at you. One.
Pull up in a black Silverado, get some petrol, then hit the metro in full throttle. Now we in the Mecca bottlenecking by the 32nd intersection. Look across the intersection where this bomb, we see Sharon flexing. In the city, we posted up at sticky notes. You can smell the icky in the air like hickory smoke. It's TIPOFF, we well represented. We on that Knicks shit, you can smell it, so please don't step in it. Niggas about to open up a can of whoop ass, to burn the cooker with gas. Big cat in the alley, digging through your team trash. Getting that cash ready for DoorDash to make a splash. But them fools moving too slow for the pregame show. So here's what's on tap with the starting fly entry point. Key match up in a slew of facts. Little salute to the fam in the chat. Interacting with your man's them, cause the brand in front of the camera lives so picture. Cats and snap back to the fitted cats, we make dripping. Knicks Real Talk, you know we fit the description. It's the OG, older than Ananobi. We close in me and my man Brody. Showing the dope and the low, we on your fire TV, that's Cody.
It's Knicks Real Talk. You know how we get down. We in that Nick drip, dripping and Nick drip. It's Knicks Real Talk. You know how we get down. We in that Nick drip, dripping and Nick drip. We in that Nick drip, dripping and Nick drip. It's Knicks Real Talk. You know how we get down. We in that Nick drip, dripping and Nick drip. Real Talk.
Yo, what's good? The dynamic duel is in the building. Knicks Real Talk pregame show. Knicks at the Kia Center tonight, ladies and gentlemen, against Orlando Magic. Man, we're going to get here and talk this Nick talk and all that good stuff. Before I go any further, man, let me bring my partner in the building, man, so we can get this thing popping. Shot Power, what's good, my man?
Salute to you, Devon. Salute to the family in the chat. Let's get it.
Let's get it. We got some Knicks basketball back, ladies and gentlemen. Knicks down in Orlando, man, after coming off a couple of game hiatus, man, since the tournament. We belt out in there, man. So we about to start a new thing, man. Knicks about to get ready to get this thing popping and get back into it on the regular season schedule and everything like that, man. So, like I said, they got the Orlando Magic down there in Orlando at the Kia Center today. Should be a fun game, man. Hopefully they can go down there and do some things, man, to get it popping, try to get back to some winning basketball. But other than that, man, I'm just glad that we got some basketball back. Seems like it's been a long time since that last game we played against Atlanta, you know what I mean? But you know, Knicks had a couple of days off to unwind, do the thing they need to do. And I know one thing I do like about it, I seen them in the gym, in a practice facility, getting their work in. Also seen all of them down there watching Tyler Kolek in Westchester. The whole crew was down there watching Tyler Kolek get it popping. So the unity always stay intact with the team, man. They got a lot of cohesion, a lot of love down there. So let's see if they can go in here tonight, man. Try to get this win against a decimated Orlando Magic. Mr. Two, they keep their two top stars in that team. But they still 10-0 in the Kia Center, ladies and gentlemen. So let's hope we can go down there tonight, and with them expecting us to go down there tonight, getting their first loss down here. You know, us having a couple of days off to really get our mind right, get our game right, get some practice in. And all that stuff going to make a big difference. I think you're going to see a different Knicks team when you come out today, ladies and gentlemen. Like we said, during the course of the season, you don't get a lot of practice in because of the schedule. But lucky for them, after that tournament outing they lost, and they had about 3 days to really unwind and do some things. Then not only that, after today, they got until Thursday to get it popping. So this is a good time for the Knicks overall as a team, kind of get this continuity even going even more and get all these guys on the same pace. So I'm looking forward to the game today, Shot Power, but I'm also looking forward to these guys just being able to gel and get some practice in at this time of the year when they probably really need it after 25 games.
That you just said it all, Divine. My main thing is that, all right, we didn't make it to the Emirates Cup. You know what I mean? We didn't go get a chance to go up against Milwaukee. You know what I mean? The one good thing that we needed is some rest for our team. We have all been talking about how long our players are playing minutes and how we extended their minutes and how they're running their minutes and so on and so forth. This is an excellent time for them to sit back, relax, relate, and release. Sit back, clear your mind, get more focused, get ready. A couple of days to get back into form. A couple of days on the practice court together. You know what I mean? And that is what I'm hoping for. And on top of that, we do have we're pretty good in bounce back games. You know what I mean? So I think this was a blessing in disguise. I've been missing how to say that word all day. A blessing in disguise that we end up losing this thing to get the rest that we needed. There was a Deuce hurt his leg the other day, so that give him time to get back and relax and get some get some more of their physical therapy and stuff like that. And this will probably be one of the first games that we see a full 8-man roster. I mean, one of the few times with a nice break to see a full 8-man roster, and hopefully Tibbs can extend it to 9 by injecting Jericho Sims back into that lineup. Last year, Jericho Sims and Jericho Sims and Preston Chua played very well in the backcourt together. One of the top defensive teams in the backcourt for the Knicks last year. So hopefully he can extend it so this way he can see what it'll look like when Mitchell Robinson comes back.
Yeah, real talk. Yo, salute to everybody in the chat, man. Darren was good. Fabian, my man, was popping. Rail, Mr. Rail was good. You already know, man. Jarrell, Queens Court, Steph was popping. Dope Soul Sports Talk. Got the brother Rail in the building. Rail, good to see you, my man. Real talk. Always appreciate you supporting us from afar, as always. Just Knicks was popping. Brian was good. Salute to everybody, man. Hope y'all have had a good weekend, man, and everything like that, man. But like I said, the last time we played these guys, we damn could have beat them by 40. We took the foot off the brakes a little bit. We beat them 121 to 106, ladies and gentlemen. And we probably would have beat them worse than that, but we let the second unit come in that game. I think Tip took them out with like 9 minutes left in the third quarter, and they just kind of, did what they did. But we really, gave them the business. And Wagner had a good game that game, but he's on the injury list, him and Bancaro. So they got two of their top stars out there, ladies and gentlemen, that's that's not going to play, but they still good at the Emway, at the Kia Center. Like, they undefeated at the Kia Center in Orlando, and they play real good at home. But I'm expecting this game right here to be a little different for us. This is a game we should win, and I think we will win. I just don't think we should let nobody with their top two stars like that come in here and beat us. So I'm really looking forward to this game tonight, man. But we need it. Because like I said, after losing that game in the Emirates Cup, but like I said, you keep moving on. You keep moving on. You keep just moving on to the next game. It's just a game. We still got a lot more to go. We still got 57 more to go. We just got to get in tune with what we do, man. But I'm really happy about these 3 days off. They got the chance to get in the gym, like I said earlier, and kind of get touch upon some things. We'll work on some things, get some continuity, and work on so many things like Mikhail and Cat that's new to them. They only been on the Knicks for 25 games, but this is all new to them as well. So by having this time, these 3 days off, they get to practice a little bit, get to go over some things they probably just don't get to go over every day, like I said earlier, because of the game. One day you play, the next day you go do it again, to travel in between games. So they really had the 3 days off just to kind of sit there and go to the Westchester and go to Tarrytown, and it was good to see them in the gym just working on things. Seeing Anunoby out there shooting a shot from the corner, things of that nature. Because obviously in that game we just had against Atlanta, Anunoby and my man, and all of them really for that case, they shoot well from downtown. One was 1 for 9, one was 1 for 8. Things of that nature. So they got to go to the gym and work on their game, and that's a good thing. Because I think practice always make perfection. And you got to go in and work on your shit. And I think that was good for them. So let's see how it goes. Let's see if it translates to the way they play today. But I'm looking for a different outcome today. Man. I'm looking for this team to go in there and get back to what they do. And get it popping. And I'm really looking forward to that. Let me give a shout out to the Queen. Queen, what's good? Dope Soul Sports Talk is in the building, in the chat. We got sister Stephanie there. Steph, what's good, sister? Appreciate you coming in. You already know. Salute to the chat, man. Salute to everybody, man. But yeah, shout power. This I think this is gonna be pretty good for the Knicks. It's gonna be good for a lot of teams, but for our team coming off the beginning of the season with a semi-injury plague 25 first games of the season. Like I said, obviously we didn't have some of our big guys, but like I said, Campaign went down a couple of times. Deuce Bryan went down a while, things like that. So missed a couple of games or 1 or 2 here or there. So like I said, having this almost like a week of in between a lot of games. Like I said, it was off for like 2 or 3 days after the Atlanta game. We played tonight, then we off the Thursday when we go to Minnesota. So I just think that's really good for them, man, to be able to, in between these games, to really try to get back to what they do. Because a lot of people are jumping off the bridge in New York right now. You know what I mean? Like everybody jumping ship kind of early. Let's hope they don't jump ship early because it's a long season, Shop Howard, and we still got a lot of games to play. So let's hope that we can, these days off benefit them after coming off that disappointing Emirates Cup loss. But you know what? That's water under the bridge. We move on to the next.
Yeah, on to the next, as we always say. I believe that that this time of the year for them is a good time for them to have a couple of days to sit down, and work some sets. And as things tell us from before, when Tom Thibodeau has enough time to sit and work out a game plan, he usually the first game out of that game plan is executed very well. So I'm hoping that is another trend to happen. The guys and another thing, the Knicks are not playing bad defense. All right, their defense is not. It's not 48 minutes. Let's say it like that. It's not that they when the Knicks, the last couple of games the Knicks won, they've been winning by double digits number 121, 125, 118, all these big numbers. And in the games that are close, they're winning 99 to 100. I mean, 98 to 99 and stuff like that. They are keeping teams under 100 points. You know what I mean? They're doing things that show that they're playing defense. You look at their numbers. Mikal is getting steals. OG is getting steals. Brunson is getting steals. Your big man is getting steals. Cat getting steals and blocks. Josh Hart getting steals. You know, the one thing that I don't want to say that I'm a little upset about is rebounding, and because on defense we grab a lot of rebounds. We don't grab a lot of offensive rebounds. You know what I mean? For us. And lately, we've been giving up too many offensive rebounds lately. A couple of games, not many, but a couple of, like the last game. We gave up way too many offensive rebounds. Those 50-50 balls. We didn't play well doing that. But aside from that, the team, when we win, no one has nothing really much to say. When we lose to a team that we think that we should beat, everybody want to trade Tibbs and Mikal. Why we gave up 5 first-round picks for him? And we should have kept RJ. You see how RJ played. We didn't need OG Anunoby, and we should have kept Josh. We should have kept Ahad. All these things that we're talking about, we couldn't, and we didn't. And this is the team that we have now, and it is a good team. They have not hit their ceiling. They have not hit their apex yet. As we always talk about, divine hills and valleys. Right now, they're chugging up the hill. And I mean, they hit a little low. They got this little break. They want to try to go back up the hill now. And that's how I feel about the team right now.
Yeah, real talk. Just to piggyback up with Sharp Powell and I get back into the the trend of the show. Ladies and gentlemen, since we lost to the Dallas Mavericks 129 to 114, the Knicks defense only gave up 98 points to Charlotte, 85 points to the Pelicans, 106 to the Magic, 101 to the Hornets. Obviously, let the Piston gang get away, but they only gave up 108 to the Raptors and 108 to the Hawks. So the Knicks went from 22nd in the association, 24th at one time in defense. They're all the way up to 16 now. So, and like Tibbs said,
right.
Tibbs said, now listen to his interview. He said the Knicks playing better defense than people giving them credit for. And as they done moved up in their defense standards, I mean, the Trae Young them scored under their average against us. The Hawks scored under their average against the Knicks. So them
they're
guys
like 114 or something.
Higher than that. I think it might be higher than that because they was really scoring real high at one time. So we held them under their average. So it's not, you can't chalk up a bad game because we didn't score the ball well to mean that our defense didn't play well. Our defense played well. They only gave up 108 points. Our offense didn't play well because we only scored 100. So I say all that to say in the last 6 out of 6 or 7 games, our defense have been holding teams to real good numbers. And that's why their defense rating has climbed up, which I throw it up there in a minute when we get into what's on tap. So, just to piggyback on Shop Power, we just got to keep grinding, man. It's a long season, and we just got to keep plugging along, man. They're not going to win every game, so I'm good with it. I was more disappointed because I wanted to advance in the Emirates Cup. Not that they lost a game, I just wanted to advance. I just thought it would be dope if the Knicks can get into that. They could be doing they could be playing OKC tonight. Let's put it like that, or tomorrow, whatever the game is. Instead of Milwaukee Bucks, I wanted to be the Knicks. But other than that, I'm not. The game for us losing the game. We beat the Milwaukee Bucks, but guess what? Milwaukee just beat Atlanta, and Atlanta beat us. You know what I mean? So it's like really just what happens on that given night is what to me is what always happens. What happens on that given night is what happens. You know what I mean? You can't chalk a season up in one loss. You can't start jumping off the ship in one loss. They're gonna lose some more games, ladies and gentlemen. Shit, you better get prepared for it. Let's get prepared. They're gonna lose some more games. Knicks ain't going like 82-0, like I always say. They're gonna lose a game or two here and there. So be it. But to me, how did you play that night? I don't care about what you played the night before, the night before that, or whatever. How did you play that night when you won or lost? And that's what I try to do, just based off one game. I see why them guys play one game at a time. Because if you start going crazy about the Knicks losing games this early in the season, damn, what's going to happen when they get to the playoffs and then they lose a game? So I just think we, just keep fanning, man, keep being a fan, but realize it's a long season. And like Josh Hart said, I'm a Josh Hart. And listen, the season ain't based up of going 25-0 in the first quarter. He said what matters is after the 82 game and on. After that, that's where it matters. When the Knicks get to the playoffs, that's when all this shit really counts. You know what I mean? Till then, keep building good habits, keep working on your game shot powers, keep getting better, try to get this team going in the right direction. They got a good team down there. Our bench is kind of weak right now because at one time we only had Deuce McBride and Campaign and a bunch of youngsters. You know what I mean? And they're youngsters too. You know what I mean? And so we just got to keep plugging along. I think we will. I think we'll be fine. But it starts today, ladies and gentlemen. We got to go down here in Orlando, which I'm expecting Knicks to do, with no Boncaro, no Wagner. Ain't no excuse for Knicks to lose. Even though they undefeated at home, one or two men don't make up a whole team, but they key cogs in the wheel of that team. So I think you're missing almost 40-something points scoring from the two guys, along with the rebound and everything else they do. But I do think this team should be down there tonight getting it popping. I think we go down there tonight and have a good game. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, and that's the bounce back off of what you said. It's only one game. This is not a series. You know what I mean? It's one game in the one game in the season. It's one game in the season. It's not a 7-game series. You know what I mean? And hopefully, and I believe that we can have a good run of 6, 7, 8, 9 wins in a row. I believe that's coming. I believe it's going to come soon too. I believe it's going to come soon, but we haven't made it there yet. I mean, only one game. And like Divine's pointed out, like we always talk about, the team is getting better. Numbers don't lie. Numbers is telling us that the team is getting better. Divine just gave you all the numbers of how many teams we kept similarly under 115 points. I mean, really under that, but I think one of the games they had 115 or something like that. So that's it. That's it for me, for Divine, about the team. Let's get back to the game. I'm sorry, I didn't do everything off today. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Salute to the chat, man. Nick 100, my man NYC B-Ball. Salute to you, Jermaine, my man Doug Fresh, TJ. Thank you for the birthday shout out. Appreciate you, TJ. You already know. My man Rail, we got Queen Steph, we got everybody in the building. Man, salute to all you guys, man. Knicks in Orlando at the Kia Center. Let's go down there with them guys missing they start. Let's try to go down there and get a victory. They undefeated down at the Kia Center. Jamal Mosley got a very good young team down there. Not only young, they got some good veterans there too. But he is coaching the hell out that basketball team down there, ladies and gentlemen. These guys play hard down there for him, man. And so last time we played them, obviously beat them 121-106 without Bancaro. Hopefully we should be able to try to replicate that a little bit. It's gonna be harder because they playing in Orlando and they very good on their home court, undefeated on their court. So very good young team coming up there. Thank you, Jermaine, my man. Appreciate it, my brother. So we just like out there and play Knicks basketball. I'm glad we had 3 days off to get this thing back in motion a little bit. Like Shaw Powell, we said, we've got to practice a little bit. We just got to win the game tonight, get ready to go down there because the big, this is a big game for us right here because it's a division game. Not division, a conference game. We beat them. We pretty much be tied for that third spot with them.
Right.
So then we go down there to Minnesota. That's a big game because of what went on in the offseason. We took one of their best players on our team, one of our best players on their team. So it's it's there's going to be a lot of emotions in this game right here, a lot of feelings and emotions. But I think we do get ready to go get it popping though, Chopper. I think it's a good time for the Knicks to have these days off. Play tonight. Hopefully we win today. Then we got another 3-4 days off until we play them guys on Thursday. So that means after tonight, they can go back and practice for Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, and then going up to Minnesota, get a popping against them. Then they got to come back to Orlando. go back to then they go to the Pelicans. So it should be an interesting week for Nick Shop. But I do think that having time off to work on your game going to make a big dip. Going to pay dividend for the Knicks. So they already got a good team. We were thin. We thin for a while, but I'm glad to see Achua back. And I think, missing campaign for a couple of games played a major part in how we do things too. These guys are an important part, especially we was already thin. You know what I mean? And these guys play a major part in what we're trying to do. So, I'm glad we got Chua back. He got to get in the gym now. He probably was in the gym for the last couple of days working on his cardio. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. So Precious Chua had a chance to get into a better feeling. He played a good game prior to the Atlanta game. He played some good games for the Knicks. So, so all of us took up a joint that day. But you know what? Now they got a chance to go and reevaluate mentally and physically and spiritually. They had to go in there and sit down, look at the film, and not only sit down as a team. I think you talked about this. They sit down as a team, like to get in that team mode. I love it when I seen all them guys at Westchester the other day.
That was big.
That was big. Yeah, seeing Tyler Kohler get down. They had the whole squad right there watching Tyler Kohler get them get down. Because that just shows you how locked in they are. And that's what days like that can do for you. So let's see how it goes, everybody. But salute to everybody in chat. Decade, thank you for the shout out, my man. Everybody, man. I appreciate everybody, man. Real talk. You get older, but you feel good when you got people up here showing you love, man. So thank y'all guys, real talk, man. For the birthday love. I appreciate that. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we just got to get it today, Shop Howard. It's gonna be a good game. Them guys gonna come out and play hard today because that's what they do. Jamal Mosley got them guys playing real well out there. I got to give him flowers for under the situation. I mean, he had really been just like us, a little bit of injury. Key guys got injured, but they big weapons got injured too. So, for him to be able to right the ship a little bit and stay where they at, knowing that Bon Carroll been down there, my man going down, and then you still lost Gary Harris. He's an excellent defender, 3-point shooter, excellent defender. They lost some key guys down there, man, and give my man Jamal Mosley all the credit in the world, bro, because that cat is coaching the hell out of that team. So, but you know what? I don't want him to coach tonight, though. I want him to get their ass kicked tonight. So let's see how it goes, man. What's your thoughts on that game, Shop Powell? What you looking to see that from your team when we go down there today?
Yeah, with these two guys out of the lineup, the one big thing is who's going to host Snugs tonight. That's my big who's going to be on him. I think he is the the alpha on that team now. So that is what I want to see, who's going to play him and how are they going to interrupt his field goal percentage tonight. Aside from that, man, we got to this is right around the time when don't be surprised if Tom Thibodeau throws something a monkey wrench that you don't see. And another thing, I don't believe that he will make a major change in the starting lineup, but you will see. I believe now that Precious is back. The adrenaline is out now. The first two games, his adrenaline was pumping. The last game he showed, he was like, "Woo, I'm burning." You know what I mean? So let's hope that these days of rest can give him some more adrenaline boost now. To go for the next couple of these next 3 games that we got going on in the season. And with that being said, man, I just that's my big thing tonight is the matchup with Suggs. Who's going to hold Suggs tonight and try to deter him from his field goal percentage.
Yeah, real talk. That's going to be a very good matchup. Whoever guards Suggs, and he's a hell of a defender too.
Yes.
This cat can defend the basketball like no other as well. So when they are equipped down there, the defense out of the ball, But another thing too, we got to feel good about. We just played these guys not too long ago. And the good thing about it, we did give them the business that day. I don't care who was there, who wasn't there, or blah 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 blah. We went to Canada MSG, and at that time they was ranked 1 or 2 defense in the league. And we Danny could have been about 40, but like I said, 9 minutes to go in the game, something like that. Tibbs took all the starters out and put the bench in there, and I believe the bench relinquished the lead. And the bench do that every time we get leads like that. That's one thing I understand why Tibbs do what he do too, because sometimes when these guys, they just learn how to play in the NBA. No knock to them, you know what I mean? But he knows when they come in that game, next thing you know, somebody they get some points back. You know what I mean? So I think it's gonna be good tonight, man. It's gonna be a good game. I'm looking forward to these cats getting down. I just want to see some good Knicks basketball tonight because we ain't seen it in a while. Seems like it's been a week, but it hasn't. But it feel that way. So it feel that way. But overall, man, we just got to go get it. Let me throw up. Let's load the stats right quick. Let's look at what's on tap right quick, man. And with these guys' numbers and y'all see what I'm talking about. With these guys real quick. It's pretty interesting. Like, ladies and gentlemen, if you look at the numbers, we 15-10, they 17-10. That's why this is a big game tonight. If we beat them, they be 17-11, we be 16-10. We be tied for that third spot obviously we had probably take the third spot because we beat them twice. I guess that's how it goes. We 7-6 away from home. They 10-0 at the Kia Center. They are really good at the Kia Center, man. If their fan base got something to be feeling good about, and they showing improving. Our offense rating is still up in the top in the high echelon of the NBA. I mean, in the East, they third in the association or third in the conference. They 22nd in the association in defense. So in offense rating, I apologize. So their offense is still not where it need to be. And they reared this ugly head that day they played us in the Garden. I did exactly what I thought the Knicks was gonna do that game. Shot power. Wagner got off, but they shut everything else down. You know what I mean? And that showed why the offense rate is 22. So that's why they rely on this right here, which is very good. Their defense rating, third in the association, and defense rating, we number 16. Ladies and gentlemen, a week ago, and that's why I said we was 22-23. You know what I mean? So that's why I think people got to look at, like Shop Howard talking about earlier, that, like I said, that we haven't been giving up over 110, but one time that was Detroit Pistons 120. And then prior to that, it was the Dallas Mavericks. That was 120. After the Dallas game, our defense really started picking up. And there you go, right there. That's what it tells you. Our net rating now, 2 weeks ago, was 23rd, 24. Now we 16. I think it's going to climb even more now that Achua's back. And I got Shaman to be around the corner. Now you got 9 guys you could plug in there that got NBA experience that could play on that side of the ball and they could do some things. So I'm looking for that defense to get even better in the next couple of weeks, and all that good stuff. So it's going to be a good matchup there, but that's a contrast of two styles, ladies and gentlemen. Our offense is prolific, their defense is prolific. I think that's going to be who's come out and get it the most. Do our offense come out and get it popping, or do their defense come out and get it popping? And that's what's going to be, to me, but I'm happy to see that our defense rating is better than their offense rating too. So, I'm really looking for this team to really get down, man. Net rating overall, ladies and gentlemen, we 6th in the association and 9th in the association. So that's good to see as well. Excuse me, let me try to get some things here. I think that's going to be it. And, but yeah, Shop Howard, I'm excited about tonight's game. I think we go out there and fight and scrap and do what we do, and try to come out here with a victory tonight.
Yeah, there's no question that I think that it's going to be a different look Knicks tonight. And I think the substitution is going to be a little bit sharper, a little bit earlier. So guys, so Tom Thibodeau can rotate the lineup a little better. So he's not like extending people minutes as much. And I mean, the one big thing is still December, man. And I'm going to say it again, is the small forward in the second unit. That's what we're working to see who it's going to be. Sham is right around the corner, which is a good thing to hear. You know what I mean? He's about 6'4", 6'5", long arms, but can play some good defense and knock down some shots. You add him with Deuce McBride and Cameron Payne that plays. Cameron Payne is just always up on you, man. He like one of them cheap suits. You be like, you just be one like, all right, get it. So he really good with his defense, and Precious Achiuwa can contest with the best. You know what I mean? He can handle 4s and 5s. You know what I mean? I don't know what his preference is, but I believe he plays better. From what I see, better on a 4 position than the 5, but he can play the 5 position when needed. So hopefully tonight we could get, all 4 of those guys. I mean, all 3 of those guys I'm talked about, and hopefully he can implement Jericho Sims tonight. You know what I mean? To give Cat a little bit of blow. The one thing that I noticed now that he hasn't been playing Jericho Sims as much, Cat is getting more fouls during the game, and now he's subbing in Achiuwa to play the center position instead of bringing Sims in like he was doing early in the season. So I hope that he can convert back to implementing Sims in to take the minutes that Cat's off the bench, give him a blow so he doesn't get as many fouls. He begins some ticky-tack fouls, but overall to give him a break so he doesn't get as many fouls, because if you notice in the last game, he put Precious in, and not that Precious wasn't doing what he needed to do, but he put Cat back in with Precious and took out I think it was Josh, or one of the wings he took out so they could play together, so they can see what the look looks like. You know what I mean? So I hope that he does that, but I would really like to see him use Sims and Precious in that backcourt until Cat comes back into the fold. Aside from that, man, like I said, the big matchup tonight is Suggs. Who's gonna hold Suggs?
Yeah, absolutely. It's good. They, like I said, they got talent down there, man. Make no mistake about it. They're gonna come out there and play hard tonight. It's NBA basketball. Like I said, we know that, and that not only for them, it's a revenge game. Like we literally smoked these dudes when they last time we played them. This is what we didn't just beat these dudes, ladies and gentlemen. The game we played them in Madison Square Garden, and like I said, that's why I say on any given night you can get your butt whipped, and that's what happened to us in the last. And any given night, somebody can beat you. If you don't bring your game, somebody gonna beat you. And that's why it's a long season, and we're going to lose some more games, like I say. But like I said, you got to be ready to go. And I think, when you're ready to go and you're putting your best team forward, because make no mistake about it. If the Knicks is clicking, they clicking. It's hard to beat them. You know what I mean? But like I said, our record speaks for itself, man. We 5 games over 500. We still at the top of the division, just like everybody else. But everybody's starting to hit a stride, like AP said. Milwaukee's starting to hit a stride. They about a game behind us and everything like that. So we just got to go out there and do what we do. I'm not too much concerned about the Knicks, ladies and gentlemen. Especially for me, me. I'm one of them cats. Holler at me when we get to the playoffs. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck about the Knicks losing now. I don't want y'all losing the playoffs. You know what I mean? So I just want these cats to during the course of the season, work on your habits, get better at what you do. If you had a bad game, go in the next day, go into the film room, see what you did wrong, see why you did this, why you did that, critique this, critique that, fix that, and move on to the next game. And hopefully be better the next game than you were the last game. That's all it can be. I mean, and that's how you determine, this is going to determine how good the Knicks going to be. We lost, 10 games this year? So we're going to lose another 15 games probably this year. But that don't mean we should be jumping off the shit, though. I mean, that don't determine what the Knicks, what we going through now don't determine what we're going to be at the end of the season or what we're going to be in the playoffs. Last year, the New York Knicks would write about this same time last year, Sharp Powers, same situation, got out the first round, went into the second round. That's all that matters. I get the everyday stuff. I get the game by game. We should always critique this team only game by game, or any team. I mean, because you try to critique them and like, Tibbs should be fired because the Knicks lost to Atlanta Hawks is silly. That's silly. Tibbs under a 3-year contract. He ain't going nowhere unless Leon Rose fire him. And right now, ain't no reason for Leon Rose to fire no Tom Thibodeau.
No way.
To stop all that nonsense, first of all. He ain't going nowhere, ladies and gentlemen, because they didn't love Tom Thibodeau. They wouldn't have gave him a damn that $30 million extension or whatever. I don't know. But he demanded coaching his team real well under the circumstances, I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen. Under the circumstances, not having a bunch of bodies at the beginning of the year. Remember, we only 25 games into the season. And, we got 2 new guys who came to our team, don't know nothing about our system. We got guys who just been out, the guys that we have to fill a role a little bit younger. They don't understand the NBA nuances right now. Not that they won't never understand it, they will. But, but still, I think we good. I think we're in a good spot, ladies and gentlemen, 15-10, and no one understanding peaks and valleys. But we still got more peaks than valleys. And it just hurt when we lose a certain game. And I know it hurt because I wanted them to beat Atlanta too. But that game on the determine where the Knicks going to be at the end of the year. The New York Knicks will be up in this joint. You best believe it. They ain't spending 100. They ain't at the second apron, almost 500,000 under the second apron to be a nonchalant team. Let me tell you that right now. That the case, they could have kept a mediocre roster and did that. The New York Knicks spent the money they needed to spend to get this team where they think they want to go, and I think they're going to get there. Do we got to make a couple of trades maybe down the line to boost the bench up? I think we do. But I don't think we should rely on Mitchell Robinson. I don't think so. So I think, hopefully Shannon come back and give us a good plug to give us another good body on the bench who can do some things that he's been doing in the NBA for years. So we need him, So I'm really looking forward to the future of this thing. And I think the Knicks will be better than they are now once they get everything together. So let's see how it goes. Man, it's a long season, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hope our team can get to where they got to go. But tonight we got to go down in Orlando, do the damn thing, and win the game. That's all that matters. Win the game tonight. Get ready to go out, take another 3 or 4 days off, get back into the gym while you got an opportunity to do it in the regular season, and go to Minnesota and see if we can go down to Minnesota to steal a game down in Minnesota. And I think that's what it's all about. You know what I mean? And then we take it after that to the next game. But shout out overall. Let me put this up here right quick and we get into it. Now we got some other to talk about. But ladies and gentlemen, our last 5 games, when we were talking about the defense, they only gave up 108 to the Hawks. They only gave up 108 to the Raptors. Obviously, this was the game they let get away, the 120. But after that, they only gave up 101 to the Hornets. They only gave up 106 to the Magic. So other than that Detroit game, they kept everybody under 110 points. Everybody under 110. You know what I mean? So that's the reason why we showed the graphic earlier that our defense is now 16th in the league because their defense have got better over the last 6 or 7 games. So we just got to keep doing that and keep building on the good habits and all that good stuff, ladies and gentlemen. And for the Orlando Magic, Obviously, they lost their big guns, but they've been playing hard. Milwaukee, they lost to Milwaukee 114-109. They beat the Phoenix Suns 115-110 without Durant, and I don't think they had Wagner in that game, so salute to them as well. But then they lost to the 76ers. They beat the 76ers. Then they lost to us. So, you know, they 2-3 in their last 5 games. Understandable, though. Understandable. Kid, you're not losing guys that they lost. I guess they're going to lose some games because them big dogs they got there. Our previous matchup against them, now with the game we just recently played, Wagner had 30. Towns had 23. His brother had 12 rebounds. Miles Wagner, Towns had 15 rebounds in that game. Josh Hart, 10 assists. And Franz Wagner had 6. And, you know, so the brothers was all up in their stat sheet that game. We in a blue drip tonight down there, ladies and gentlemen. They in a white drip tonight. Projector starters, I think same usual suspect for the Knicks, Shaw Powers, Josh Hart, Jalen Brunson, Mikal, and Anobi Towns. For them guys, because of their injury, let me see what they're doing. Caldwell Pope, Suggs, Silva, Wendell Carter, and Go got been playing some good basketball for them too as well. So they've been getting down. Injury report for the ladies and gentlemen. Haka Purdy game time decision. McCullough out, Robinson out. And that's the reason why in the Atlanta game we couldn't go too deep because he was out. He got injured that day in Westchester. Haka Purdy did that game. So, you know, obviously, you know, he's the game time decision, but I think we should be a fun game, still entertaining game, Shot Powers. We just got to go out there and do what we do, win this game, and get these boys back to where they need to be at.
Yeah, that's a fact, Divine. You know, we talked all about this early in this segment about the time off that the Knicks had, and I think this is hopefully when they come out tonight, you won't see them starting slow. You'll see them with the elite defense, and you'll see them hitting shots, crisp passes, and hitting shots. This team only has 10 losses, and the defense is starting to catch up to the offense. It's slowly coming, but it's catching up. Like you said earlier, it was 24 about 5-7 games ago. Now it is 16. It's mediocre now. Now it's in the medium. It's right in the middle of the league. It's like 15, 16. It's right in the middle of the league. But before, we was at the lower echelons. Mm-hmm. Now we make it to the meter. Next 5-10 games, maybe we can make it up to 7 or single digits, 8, 9, single digits, somewhere around there. And before you know it, we'll be, you know, close to top 5 in defense and top 5 in offense. And that's where I want them to end up. You know what I mean? Because that means they have cohesion now. With those numbers coming back, we'll have players to substitute now. You know what I mean? And this is where it starts to turn around. We got a solid 8-man rotation right now. The 5 starters with Precious, Deuce, and Payne. That's the solid 8 right there. If for me, if Tom Thibodeau for now could implement Jericho Sims, and if Jericho Sims ain't doing what he wants, if Haka Purdy is a game time decision, substitute Haka Purdy in, because we have to keep Cat fresh. We got to keep him away from getting. I think he's already fouled out 2 times this year already in 25 games. I mean, I think he fouled out another game early in the season and last game. So I think I just want him to get a little bit more rest, so he's a little bit more enthused coming into the game with 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter. I mean, and like I said, that solid 8-man rotation of Tom Thibodeau, circle of trust, implement Jericho Sims in there to help out, give Cat a blow for 6, 7, 8, 10 minutes or something like that. And if he's not clicking, substitute. Let's see if we get what we can get out of Haka Purdy, and go from there.
Yeah. You know, let me just run over something right quick, Shot Power, just to talk about the game we're talking about today. You know, for me, it just is plain and simple. I think the Knicks should win the game. If you look at where we at right now, let's say our guy threw their average. You know, you got 25 points a game, 25 a game, 17, 14. They got, look at their scoring, ladies and gentlemen. Caldwell Pope 8, 16 for Suggs, 7-7, 8 points.
9.
Right. So I just think I think the way our defense is playing ball now, this is the same thing I said, ladies and gentlemen, when we played them in the Garden. I was like, with Wagner alone, they will not beat the Knicks. And tonight, even though let's say their defense take away, but I still don't think they can beat us tonight. Because our defense getting better, and they just don't score the ball like that, ladies and gentlemen. And you know, and I think that's why I say I think our defense is better than people giving it credit for. And that's why we up at 16th in the association now, compared to where we were. And I just think tonight, I just don't think they got enough to beat the Knicks. And I know they undefeated there. There's no disrespect to their players. I would be disappointed if the Knicks lose that game shot. I would be more disappointed tonight than I was at the Atlanta game, knowing they got their 2 top guns out. Top guns. And look at that. And look at they scoring 8.8. Jalen Suggs is the only one in that starting lineup that's in double-digit scoring at 16. We got 5 guys in double digits. So to me alone, if our offense can bring it to their defense a little bit, I just think I think it's gonna be hard for them to beat the Knicks tonight. You know, and it's not because I'm just talking about numbers alone, Shot Powers. Where we rated at, where they rated at, this at least that was supposed to happen. But like I said, when you can get your butt whipped on any given night if you don't bring your A game. You know what I mean? The New York Knicks are just up there at the top of the league, just like anybody else, Shot Powers. You know what I mean? They are. The New York Knicks right now are in the top of the association like anybody else. You know, so Cleveland Cavaliers got 4 losses. Boston got 5 losses. Obviously, that's the creme de la creme of the league, right, of the Eastern Cup right now. But we still where we at. You know, Orlando got 17-10. We 15-10. Miami 13-10. Milwaukee 14-11. So we still up there. And, you know, so think about it. It ain't like the Knicks is playing bad basketball, ladies and gentlemen, because they lose a game here or there. They still in the 4th in the Eastern Conference. They still up there. I can see if we were down in the play-in, you know what I mean, then I'd really be tripping. But the Cats are still, if they beat them tonight, the New York Knicks will be 3rd in the Eastern Conference where we think we expected them to be at. And they haven't even really hit on all cylinders to me. The inconsistency will get better eventually. They will get bodies back. They will get stronger. But ladies and gentlemen, the New York Knicks are 15-10. And the only other people in that conference got records better than us is the Boston Celtics and the Cleveland Cavaliers and Orlando in the win column. They got the same amount of losses we got. So if we think our team ain't good, then and we don't think they're playing, wait till they start playing better. Then what? You know what I mean? So I think you know it'd be different if they was under 500 or they was down there where Indiana Pacers is at or Philly or whatever the case may be. The New York Knicks are 5 games over 500 and they still getting better. I like where we at the team. Shot Powers with 25 games. I think we will get better as we get more healthier, get more bodies back, and reliable bodies that can go in there and understand the NBA nuances and everything like that. Don't get shook in certain moments because that's what the young guys, good as they play, they help us. But they still not the guy that we are missing. So I'm still intrigued by it, man. It ain't nothing to me to even get rattled about with this stuff. That's why I always take it game by game. I don't think no further than the game we playing today, because we can predict, we can think and all this want to. The New York Knicks, to me, Shot Powers, at the end of the year, will be one of them teams that's up in the top, in the higher echelon in the Eastern Conference, looking to go out there and get it popping. That's what I believe, and that's what I believe in. So all this stuff, when we lose a game, everybody want to throw everybody out the window like we suck, and that's crazy, man. That's crazy, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all know that's crazy because we wasn't saying all this. Every year we go through this. Last year we thought you suck, but we want to get to the second round. You know what I mean? If we suck that bad. We beat the Philadelphia 76ers, advanced to the second round. And we could have went further, like I said, but no excuse. But the injuries took so 2 years in a row, we could have been in the Eastern Conference Finals, just wasn't from injuries alone. So if we would have got to the Eastern Conference Finals last year, and we still talk about the Knicks right now, not like Tibbs, not a good coach, the team sucks. It's crazy to me. You know what I mean? And there's no knock. Everybody fan the way they want to fan, but I just think we've got to stop living the moment and just take a realize that this is a long season. That's all I'm trying to say. It's a long season. We got 57 games to go. So I guarantee you, the Knicks go on a 7 or 8 game winning streak. All this noise is going to be different. Now we're going to be talking about Coach of the Year, MVPs, years, Rookies of the Year, all of this shit. But everybody want to fly off the rocket. Watch when the Knicks win 5 or 7 games in a row. The whole conversation in the Knicks fan base is going to be different. That's all I'm saying. You know, so we just got to go out there and win the game tonight. You know, and win the game. I'm confident this team is loaded, yo. What I mean is we got to get our bench stronger, get healthier. And and the good thing about it today is what, ladies and gentlemen, December 15th, the moratorium for trade. The first trade went down last night. Today, Dennis Schroeder going out to Golden State Warriors for Deontay Milton and 3 second-round picks. So now you know the Knicks about to go out there and do something. They about to go out there. They're going to make a move. They're not going to wait on Mitchell Robinson. I know they're going to do something. If it's to help us in the short term, they're going to go do what they got to do. That's all. We just got to just relax, ladies and gentlemen. Don't jump off yet, ladies and gentlemen. Wait till these guys get it popping, man. And salute to Darlene, salute to the chat, salute to everybody. Y'all stay focused, man. Don't let these little. I'm upset about that Detroit law just as much as anybody, but that's about all. I just want to get to the cup. So, Shop Powers, what do we need to do to keep everybody in sync, man? Bring the fan base back into the tent, my brother. I need you to bring them back into the tent for me, for sure.
The one thing that the Knicks have to do to make that happen is play more consistent. That's the bottom line. The consistency keeps the naysayers from saying the nay stuff. You know what I mean? And that's pretty much the bottom line. Once we see, and they have been, that's what, like, our offense in the last couple of games has been a little dreadful. I mean, we're not hitting our free throws. We're not shooting 40%. I mean, we're not shooting 50% from the field goal percentage. We're not hitting about 40% from our 3-point land, 38% from our 3-point land. That has been a little couple of games, not all of them, but a couple of them that, when we needed those numbers to really pop, they didn't pop. And I mean, but overall, the defense is catching up, man. The defense is catching up. The guys are playing better. Mikal Bridges started year was 12 points. He is 17 points scoring this year now. 17 points, about four rebounds, about four assists, and the numbers that you don't see on the paper with 2 or 3 steals. I don't know what his numbers actually are, but in the last couple of games, I've seen him at least get 2 steals. So I'm gonna say 2 steals and 1 or 2 blocks. You know what I mean? So his rebounding is going up, not the way I wanted it to go. I wanted it to be 5.6, going to like 6 rebounds a game, but it has picked up. He is doing the things that the coaching, like we talked about in the background, he is coming from a different coaching regime. This is not Brooklyn's coaching over here with the New York Knicks. This ain't more of a score the basketball and play switch defense. If the guy gets by you, you got Claxton in the backcourt to cover up your mistakes. This ain't that team. This team, you have to play the defense in front of the basketball, get over the screens hard, cut through the screens hard, contend all the way to the basket on the strong hand, and put your hand up so to make it a hard shot, because you don't want Cat to step out too much, because every time Cat steps up, what a lot of teams are doing now, when Cat steps up to the defense, when you push him, not like Mitch would lay back. Mitch would be standing there like this, laid back, waiting for that left hand to come out of somewhere and throw it up there and block your shot. Cat steps up, and it gives you the backdoor cut. And I mean, that's what we have to stop or help Cat help himself. You know what I mean? And what we are doing is that now, and OG Anunoby, I want to give big shout outs to OG Anunoby. He is playing phenomenal basketball this year. His rebounding has stepped up this year, almost where I want Mikal to step up. I think he's almost about 6 rebounds a game now. That's where I want Mikal to be, because that makes it easier for Cat. And we're not going to grab a lot of offensive rebounds, even though Cat is the #1 offensive rebounder that we got on the team right now. He's the #1 offensive rebounder on the team. We don't get a lot of offensive rebounds because we don't miss the basket that much. We're shooting at 50% and about 40% from the 3-point land, and we get rebounds. It's not like we don't get offensive rebounds. It's just not as much as we did last year. Yep. So I think as soon as the defense catches up to the offense, we're going to be fine. And I mean, I don't know why everybody's so worried. I'm not worried.
Yeah, and they got to say their record is about the same as it was last year.
Just about. It
was last year. And like, to me, ladies and gentlemen, you got to remember, I get a lot of stuff. I do get it. I understand the fandom very well, man. I do. I understand how people feel about all the things that y'all talking about. But at the end of the day, It's mind over matter. Julius Randle, DiVincenzo, iHeart. Okay, you might lose a little bit of in-game grit, but here's what you gain with the roster you got now. Mind over matter. These are intelligent IQ ball players, ladies and gentlemen. Like I always say, you can have a dude got straight muscle, cock diesel, straight, just strong built, but his IQ ain't worth a damn. Well, you don't have that issue over here. All them dudes on the Knicks roster are high IQ ball, and that's when basketball game. I'm gonna do a prime example of that. You know why the '90s Knicks didn't get all the way where they need to go? Because the grittiest they was, Phil Jackson and Michael Jordan had higher IQs than them dudes. They outsmarted them. We lied on so much physicality that they used the mental on the Knicks back in them days. Because we was gritty, hard, just banging it. And you know what? We didn't get to where we need to go, because I'm gonna tell you, a smart dude outmaneuver anybody who ain't got smarts. If you're intelligent, intelligence means a lot, ladies and gentlemen. You can't be strong and ignorant. Give me a wise, a frail and intelligent motherfucker than a strong and a motherfucker who don't know shit. So we got to deal with that. And much as we used to get on Randall about, Randall, right? He bullied Randall, but y'all used to always complain about his IQ wasn't there. That's what all y'all used to complain about, But now we got IQ players. Now we complain about they ain't strong enough. Come on, guys. Mind over matter. If it ain't no mind, none of that shit matter. It don't matter.
Right.
If it ain't the mind of it matters, I don't care how strong you are. If you ain't got the intelligence to utilize that strength, it don't mean nothing. You like I said, I don't care how big you are. You could be a weightlifter and somebody's 100 pounds can knock your ass out because they got more intelligence to hit you in the right spot. You know what I mean? I've seen the biggest bullies get their ass whipped because it's mind over matter. So the Knicks got a high IQ team, and that's why they 15-10. Could you imagine if this was last year's team? Did they probably be under 500 right now because of the way the season playing out? And remember, I get the iHeart thing. I love iHeart. I get it. I get Julius Randle, but remember, Miles Turner bust they butt in the playoffs last year. I don't get all that regular season shit. Y'all can complain about the regular season shit all you want to. When you get to that dance, are you going to be ready? And the Indiana Pacers gave it to him. They gave it to them boys up front, gave it to them dudes. And he might be a little injured too. But, they gave it to him and Sims. Okay, so you know what? Let's see how it goes this year. They ain't going to get that shit to Cat because Cat is a high IQ player. He's a high IQ player. So if he getting it, Cat, see, that's what I like about this team, Shaw Powell, real quick, just to speak about what I'm speaking about. If Miles Turner can drop 20, so can Cat. Hartenstein and Mitchell Robinson ain't dropping no 20 on a regular. They might have one of them games where the ball was going their way and they got their 2 little 20 points. That's once in the blue moon. We got guys on this court right now, ladies and gentlemen. This is one of the best Knicks 5 starters you've seen since you've been watching Knicks basketball. One of the best 5 guys since all of us in here. And I've been watching this since the 70s. This 5 guys we got playing in the Knicks starting line right now is probably one of the best starting lines you've seen in the Knicks team since we've been watching basketball for the Knicks. And you can even go back and check the tape. And that's real talk. They just a talented Spreewell in the word. They just a talented Mason and Patrick. I'm talking about talent. They just a talented in all of them play them teams. And we only 25 games through the season. We talking about like they ain't nothing. That's crazy, bro. Come on. Let's keep it a buck, ladies and gentlemen. New York Knicks got a damn good team. And we just got to get jail. We got to get healthy. And we got, a lot of these teams in front of us right now, they got a better team than us. They more healthier. Like Boston Celtics is loaded and they healthy. Cleveland Cavaliers, they loaded, plus they healthy. You know what I mean? Orlando Magic and the Knicks, they good, but they not healthy. You know what I mean? It's a difference. When you got a good team that's healthy, you can throw bodies at everybody. But we don't have that situation right now because we're not healthy. So we can't throw body shot power at everybody on the court because we're not fully healthy ourselves. So let's just give it time to me. Let's see where this shit go. Now, 40 games in the season, we was under 500 shot powers. That's a different story. But damn, Knicks 5 games over 500, and they still haven't hit their stride yet. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, I'm with you, Divine, because it's all about stride right now. And as we always talk about, if you don't know Tom Thibodeau by now, usually in the beginning of the year, last year I think we were 13-12. I think we had a worse record than we do now. We're 15-10. I think I'm not 100% sure, but it just popped in my mind. I think we were 13-12 in 25 games last year. You know what I mean? And now we're 15-10. So the team is getting there, man. And it shows in the defense. I see the defense now, and I'm like, they're playing defense. They're just scrappy. The one thing for me, from what I watch, is they do it in spurts, but they do it because of maybe not really the rotation, but somewhat of the rotation, because we don't have enough players to rotate. And I mean, the defense will get way better when we have 7, 8, 9, 10 men to substitute for the starters. You know what I mean? When we could get to a 9-man rotation, almost 10-man rotation, I believe we're going to be way better, because the starters could get us started, and that second unit, let it be clear now, Deuce McBride, Payne, and Precious are 3 defensive guys that can play really stellar defense against 1, 2s, and 3s and 4s, if you want to say it like that, for Precious. Precious can play a 3, he can play a 4, and he can play a 5. You know what I mean? So when we can get that small forward position solidified in our second unit, and to see what's going to happen with Mitchell Robinson if we get him back, or substitute Jericho Simpson there for now. If he ain't working, let's try Haka Purdy in there for 7, 9, 10 minutes. The main reason why we need a center in the second unit is to give Cat some rest. The main reason why we need a power forward in the second unit, Precious, is to give OG Anunoby some rest. The main reason why we got Payne in the second unit is to either give Josh Hart or Jalen Brunson some rest. The main reason why we got Deuce in the second unit is to give Josh Hart or Jalen Brunson some rest. And I mean, the one position that I keep talking about this whole month is that small forward position. The one thing that I've noticed why Mikal Bridges is playing so many minutes, why he's number 1 in the league right now in minutes, is because there's no substitution on that second unit for Mikal Bridges. And his minutes has been going up because he's been playing both sides of the ball. Once we get someone to fill that position in, his minutes will go down. He will be more efficient, and hopefully the guys in the second unit can get 6 to 8 points per player to supplement for what the starting unit is giving up, almost 100 points a game.
Yeah. I'm gonna bring Dre Chosen in the building in a minute. Hey, Dave Smith. Let me put up the schedule and let's see. I think that's kind of, you said we only played with easy schedule. We had one of the toughest schedules coming out of the break this year, ladies and gentlemen. So Dave Smith, let me throw it up there, because I'd rather deal with the facts and then let you see what I'm talking about real quick. And then I'm gonna take a channel, but I'm gonna put up, Dave. Just hold on. And I appreciate that thought. But right here, ladies and gentlemen, here go the New York Knicks schedule at the beginning of the season. Jay Chosen, I'm gonna bring you in the building, but let me go through the schedule. Salute to my man, appreciate you. If you look at the Knicks schedule, we started out against the Boston Celtics. We lost. Indiana Pacers, we beat them 120. This is the Knicks schedule. They won a championship last year. Indiana Pacers went to the Eastern Conference Finals against them last year. Am I right or wrong? Right? Indiana Pacers. We beat them 123-98. The only person they was missing was, I think it was Nembhard, but I can't get Nembhard. Then we lost to the Cavaliers by 6 points. They was fully loaded. That team right now is number 1 in the East. So the 3 teams we came out the gate with, 2 of them was in the Eastern Conference Finals last year, and 1 of them this year is literally leading the Eastern Conference. Yep. Then we went down against a fully loaded Miami Heat team. Pat dropped 44 on the Miami Heat in Miami. 116-107, and right now Miami's the game behind us. We went down to Detroit, beat them by 30. We came back, we lost to the Rockets, we lost to the Hawks, we beat the Bucks. Only person they losing, just like they were losing, was Middleton. We beat them 116-94. Look at the schedule the Knicks played coming out the gate, ladies and gentlemen. They beat the Pacers. The Pacers beat us in Indiana. Then we beat Philly in Philly. The Bulls we lost to by 1 point. We beat the Nets. We beat the Nets again. We beat the Wizards. We beat the Suns without KD, and we did what we supposed to do. Without KD and them, you're supposed to beat them by that much, 138-122. Right now, KD and them is at the top, then at the top of the food chain over there. We lost to the Jazz. We beat the Nuggets in Denver, and the only player they was missing in that game was only Aaron Gordon.
One.
And we went in Denver and gave them a butt whipping. We lost to the Mavericks. And then we came back home. We beat Charlotte by 1. We beat the Pelicans by damn near 40. We beat the Magic by could have been damn near 30. We put the starters in late the bench in that game. We beat the Hornets. We lost to the Pelicans. We beat the Raptors. We lost to the Hawks. Ladies and gentlemen, the Knicks had one of the toughest schedules in the NBA coming out of that gate this year. And we beat some really solid basketball teams. And the numbers don't lie. And we still 15-10. And we wasn't even healthy where we needed to be. You know what I mean, Shaw Powell? So all I say to say, you got to let these guys. It doesn't matter how you beat a team on any given night or what you get smoked by. The Knicks just got smoked by somebody the other night. Well, it is shit happens on there. Any given night, you get your ass kicked, like I said. You ain't always going to be at your best on your game. I mean, that's even when you go to work. You're going to have a bad day at work. You're going to have a good day at work. It all depends on how the day go. And in the NBA, any sport, depending on how the day go, you can get your ass whipped. And I shoot my man Jay Chosen because I just want to put that out there to let you know that, you know, despite the no Mitchell Robinsons, the no Achuas, the off and on guard play injured, Deuce McBride missed about 3 or 4 games in a row. Payne missed about 2 or 3 or 4 games in a row. We still was able to tread water. Me and Shop Powell, what do we say, Shop Powell? Just tread water till the Knicks get healthy. Then y'all can you can't just throw the team off the bus if they ain't fully healthy. That's crazy to me. How you gonna critique a team? And that's like we can't even critique the Orlando Magic right now. You cannot critique the Orlando Magic the way you want to because Boncaro ain't there. Wagner not there. You can't even critique a lot of teams if they best players they there or some of their players are there. Wait till they fully healthy. They got a better team, and then you judge them. That's all I'm trying to say. I understand where y'all coming from, but ladies and gentlemen, it's 25 games into the season. And when the Knicks went on a 10-game winning streak, I want the same energy from you guys, man. Real talk. Jay Chosen, what's good, my man? Salute.
Salute. You hear me good? I got the ears.
Yeah, you good.
All right, then. First and foremost, let's take care of business. Happy born day, happy physical to Divines. Throw it up in the air. Everybody, throw it up in the air.
Sir, appreciate it.
Blessings to you, sir. You look great for 21 for the 21st time.
Today. Hey, I don't know about a couple of days from now when I go out there grinding, but yeah, I appreciate that, man. I always say I'm 17. You know, I need a license to buy beer, so I'm feeling like that sometimes.
Every time my birthday comes, I say I'm 21 for the 21st time.
Right. There you go.
So we get that out of the way. It seems like a lot of people are sour. So I'm gonna say a couple things real quick. You know, I agree with a lot of what you're saying, and I'm gonna go back to some of the things that we had discussed a while back. We if you can't recognize, so here's a positive thing. If you can't recognize, I'll tell you about that in a moment. If you can't recognize that our starting five is elite, like probably the best offensively speaking, and could be defensive too, starting five that I've ever seen. And I'm talking about, I'm a fanatic, not a fan of fanatic. You know, the Sprewell team is the fastest team I've ever seen. The Patrick Ewing team was the doggest team I've ever seen. This team is the most well-rounded, talented team I've ever seen. They put people together. Now I'm gonna go back to something that I said earlier. Yes, everybody should be shouting them out. Weeks ago is that, you know, we had discussed their being, and I said this in another show, that you know, they get paid a certain thing. They should be able to play for X amount of minutes. But you know what? No matter what, a body gets run down, no matter what, right? You're getting stepped on, you're getting bumped on, you're getting leaned on, especially in the paint, you're getting leaned on, you need a little time. And the problem is that our bench, we got to really look at this. Our starters have been playing. No one's been hurt, no one's coming off. They're playing hard. It's been the bench. Like the people that you just named, the bench players that miss games, right? Mm-hmm. Those people are bench players. Plus, we got a Cadillac in the garage that's completely broken, and we seem to be waiting on him. And thank God that the the Mazda came. We'll give him a better one than that. Let's say the BMW and Precious came back, because his footwork is phenomenal. It's like a boxer. He could pivot left, pivot right. He stands on his great. Thank God he came back. But I think that when New York Knicks fans, we're not used to we saw last year how far we went and what we did with what we worked with. If I could go back in time, I'd change a lot of things. If I could be who I was last year, I wouldn't want that. But if I could be who I was 3 years ago, I'd want that. We can't get iHeart. We can't get those people. We got to stop talking about them. We got to work with who we're working with now. So if you're not happy with somebody who's getting 25 points and 13 rebounds a game, there's something we got to talk about that. We definitely, and this is a truth. Waiting on Mitch is no longer really an option for this team.
Facts.
It's no longer an option. And it sounded good for a while, but it's no longer an option. So, if we say in Leon we trust, if we say that stuff. And you saw that last night. They made a move with Schroeder for 3 second-round picks. Three second-round picks. You best believe that they are right now scouting heavy for a big man, and maybe even a 3. Right now. Because I'm not quite sure they're going to bring up like Pacome, right? That's not. I think they're going to let him rock in the G League and let him get his game right. And we are guard saturated, so we don't need it. We didn't need a Schroeder. We need a Claxton. We needed something different. They got what they needed. We're going to get what we needed. I promise you that we're going to get what we needed. But you know what? Listen, the sky is not falling. Look. I know that we went far last year, and you guys see all this stuff. Trust me, at the end of this season, I really believe this. It's Eastern Conference for us, and we're gonna see what happens at that point. Because we have an incredible team, and finally, for the first time, we have a great front office. So we're not used to pretty things. And when you're not used to pretty things, instantly the sky starts falling. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So, I think that also, let's talk about Brunson for a second. Brunson had to shift his gears because of
Salute. Happy birthday.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. My bad. Thank you for him. He had to switch gears. Now he's finding his game back, realizing he doesn't have to play for Cat. He has to play for the Knicks, and he has to play for Brunson. As soon as he gets that fully going, watch out. I'm telling you, watch out. Bridges too. What did you say, Shy? You said yesterday he was cutting through. Now he's going around. He's finding his way through the middle. I'm telling you, it's all. There's a word that Italians use a lot. Gel. All right. We use a lot of gel. All right. And I used a hell lot of it last night at that fight. All right. And I'm gonna keep it thorough with you.
One thing you forgot to you got to spit though. Look.
Oh wait. No, you do it. You gotta do it with the little tongue like that. You gotta do a little tongue. You got like that. Back in the day, you used to do it. No one looked. Now you just did it. You just straight do it. But yeah, you're right about that. But look, man, you're a Knicks fan. We're all Knicks fans here, and I respect everybody in the chat. And David, I respect you big time. But the fact of the matter is that we're in the first third of the year, right? We're about the first third of the year.
Yeah, 25 games, 26, yeah.
All right. The most important part's coming next. And the trade situation is just starting now. Okay? And if they went and got Schroeder, who's a good player, by the way, for 3 second rounders,
Mm-hmm.
I promise you that we're going to get some help. We're going to get some help. And it's just about Tibbs, being able to shift them back and forth and put them in an appropriate time. And it's the constant minutes. It's not the minutes they play. Who cares? It's not about the minutes they play. It's about the straight minutes that they play. So
yeah. Real quick, I want to say one thing that I'm going to pass G Money to stop out. Ladies and gentlemen, Knicks fans, can you imagine if we were the Philadelphia 76ers right now, 17-16 with Joel Embiid, big contract, Maxey big contract, or George big contract. These dudes are 17. We 15-10. Can you imagine if we were them? You cats would be jumping out the window right now. And we 15-10 about to be able to be third in the Eastern Conference. Them dudes are cellar dwellers with a roster like that. And we worried about the Knicks being blah 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 because we 15-10. And we not. What do y'all want the Knicks to be at right now? When you want to be at with Cleveland Cavaliers? What are y'all complaining about? Because what do you want the Knicks to be at right now? You want to be with Cleveland and Boston? They got better teams and they're healthy.
And Divine, not to cut you off, but they have been those teams have been together for 3 and 4 years already. Boston's been together about 4 years. Cleveland has been together like 3 years. I think Spider's been there. This is his 3rd year with them. This is not the first year like we have here in New York with these with OG and Mikal and Cat. This is not and Josh Hart being the starter. We didn't have this team last year. Right. Cleveland had that team last year. Boston had that team last year. That's just
and Orlando had that team last year. I could go
pretty
on
much.
Right. Orlando, same team.
Everybody.
They just added KCP. Yeah, they just added KCP. Yeah.
Everybody had the same team.
Right.
We're not talking about see the difference is you said they added him. We subtracted and added. It's different. We lost a core and brought in people who are actually doing more. But we just have to. We just have to.
Yeah, because listen. I'm just saying. That's only them saying that. The only reason I'm saying that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just saying that to get the next time because Cleveland had their same team, Boston had their same team. Only thing Orlando born was Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. That was it.
That's it.
Miami got their same team.
KCP, that's it, yeah.
Milwaukee got their same team. Atlanta got their same team. The only person they brought in was the rookie and another player. These guys got
Dyson
the same.
Daniels, yeah,
Dyson Daniels. They got the same team they had last year. We that one team who got a whole different dynamic now. So you got to give a chance to jail. Like I said, Cleveland got the same team. Boston got the same team. Atlanta got the same team. Miami got the same team. Atlanta got the same team. Indiana got the same team. We the only ones out of all them dudes up there that I just named got a different team. And we still right there in the mix. So can you imagine when
think about this to add to your point, New York by this time last year was 14-11. We're 15-10.
Oh, it's 14-11. Okay, thank you, Jay. Thank you, G Money.
Facts. Yeah, man. So we just got to give it time. That's all I'm saying. But just give it a little time and let these guys get to know each other. You know, and once, like I said, when the halfway season mark comes, if the Knicks ain't where they need to be, then y'all can see y'all getting on their butt. I can see y'all dropping mad juice.
Then we can panic over there.
Yeah, you could panic at 40 games and say, you know what, this team sucks. They ain't shit. But right now, for them to be 15-10 with the injuries that they have sustained over the course of a season so far.
And the game better than last year. And the game better than last year.
Yeah, you should be giving them a little bit more credit than y'all give instead of trying to throw a demise at them. These guys is a new team with new players, and they haven't got to where these other teams. These Taxes, literally all of them played together last year, except for Chris Middleton not being there. But them now you see why they started to rise. Jay Choldin and Shy and G Money. Why you think the Bucks is starting to rise? Why you think the Miami Heat is starting to rise? Because they team is starting to get into they bag.
And they're getting healthy. And they're getting healthy.
They're starting to gel. They started off slow. They're starting to gel a little bit,
Yeah, man. What listen, man. I get it. I do get it, ladies and gentlemen. But I just think we just gotta I get that y'all don't like this coach. I think the guys suck. I get all that. I do get all that. But let's be real about this shit too, though. Tom Thibodeau done more for the Knicks in 4 years than Dan Van Gundy and all the motherfuckers did. Pardon my French.
It's true.
This
I love
dude
French.
he done got us farther than a lot of them Knicks coaches done got us. The only one got there was Van Gundy, and he had Patrick Ewing them. Tom Thibodeau been here 4 years and sent us to the playoffs 3 times. What else do you want from this man? With a roster at the beginning the first time he got here, it wasn't nothing.
And Van Gundy got it from Riley. Don't forget that. He got it given to him. It's like Spoelstra got it given to him by Riley. It's the same thing.
It's true. It's true. And keep this in mind, people who are going. Go ahead.
Money. No, go ahead.
No, you're about to talk to Fine. You're about to talk.
Yeah. All I want to say is this here: if you don't like Tom Thibodeau, why you like Van Gundy? If you don't like Tom Thibodeau, how can you like Van Gundy and Pat Riley but don't like Tom Thibodeau? They coach the same way. The same way. The same system, same style, same everything.
Right. Loud, aggressive, never sits down, talking loud, hitting with the refs, everything.
Short rotations too. Yeah.
Look, here's the bottom line. When the bench solidifies, I promise you this: when the bench solidifies and our starting 5 fully gels, we are going to not only be our team who was hurt consistently last year, ended up in the 2nd spot. You don't think that this team, our starting 5 right now, is better than that team that was hurt? Even with Ihart was playing great. Ihart
way better starting 5.
For all his life, he got good here. He got really good here.
Say it again, Jay.
Let's keep it really. Let's keep it like $500. He got really good here, and now, and I'm happy for him. He went and got his bag, but we don't have him, so we got to get somebody else who's going to get really good here. If it's a Steven Adams, if whoever it might be to bring in to spell cat. Or to put them in a couple times together here and there, then that's so be it. But you see this team. I'm telling you, if you are younger and you didn't see Sprewell play with LJ and Houston and all them, that team was fast. That team was great. They still weren't the Bulls. They still weren't nothing. This team is strong, smart, and coached by a smart person. I do think that Tibbs could pivot better. I wish he could pivot a little bit better, but he's not a dummy.
Agreed.
The guy brought us to the playoffs since he's been here.
Right.
Yeah, Tibbs be more flexible. Yeah.
With players, until he got Jalen Brunson, Tom Thibodeau was playing with mediocre shit. Like, listen, you had Julius Randle with a
Alfie
2nd year.
Payton, really?
Reggie Bullock.
Nerlens Noel.
And them dudes not even in the league, bro. Here's what I'm trying to tell y'all. He took a 21 team season before, turned them into a 41-win team, took Julius Randle and a bunch of $5 million ball players. All of them was on $5 million.
Tito's, a whole bunch of Tito's. A whole bunch of Tito's.
Took them to 41 wins and got us in the playoffs, and we haven't been there in 9 years. Then they go to next year. Man. They go to next year. We're going to get out of here because the game about to start. They get what a waste. They get Ever Fournier. Tibbs didn't want him. Kemba Walker.
Ever Fournier.
Tibbs didn't want him. And what happened? They lose Derrick Rose, go down. All these dudes get injured, so we have a 37-win season. They get Jalen Brunson.
37.
Now they go to the playoff. Julius Randle gets hurt.
We get Josh Hart.
5 games left in the season. Twists his ankle. 5 games left in the season. Then goes to the playoffs. Julius Randle gets hurt in the playoffs. And Jalen Brunson got us to the 6th game against the Miami Heat and the closeout game of 45 points in the buckets.
And could have won that game if he would have.
He had no help that game. JB and everything. He had no help that game.
If RJ would have had a good game, and if RJ would have had a decent game that game, they would have took Miami to 7 games.
100%. They would have beat. They would have.
Who knows what happened?
The Pacers. They would have beat the Pacers and beat all that. And David, you could say the same thing.
In my opinion, we should have been Indiana last year.
Hold on, brother. You could say the same thing. Hold on, brother. You could say the same thing, David, about Sloan in Utah with that great team, and you talking about a team that never won a thing, and then What, that team wasn't good with Malone and Stockton in them?
Yeah, Russell, all of the guys.
Yeah, come on. You know, this guy has brought us to the playoffs, and he brought us
Oh,
to
you
the
talking about
playoffs
David
with
in the
Nerlens
chat.
Noel.
Yeah. And listen, I'm not defending Tibbs or nothing, sugar, but what I'm saying is you're only good as the talent you got. What makes a good coach? Good talent. What makes a good talent? A good coach. They need to go hand in hand. Like Michael Jordan didn't win shit till he got Phil Jackson there. Michael Jordan was in the league 6-7 years. He did not win until Phil Jackson got there.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying?
It's true.
Let it be.
It's true.
Yeah, go ahead, Shop.
No, I was gonna say, let it be said that you see the Spurs ain't been nowhere because they didn't have no talent. They got one of the best coaches in the league. In the league. But the Spurs right now have been having losing records because of the talent.
Yeah. It's only good as the talent you got.
Yep.
And now that's why I said we could hold Tibbs accountable every season now. Since he got Jalen Brunson, everybody, you see what the Knicks have been doing. New York Knicks should have been in the Eastern Conference Finals last year. Ladies and gentlemen, they lose Anunoby, Mitchell Robinson, Julius Randle, Bogdan Bogdanovic. You lost 4 dudes that was prime ball players.
We had 6 people. We had 6 people, man.
Yeah, so think about that, ladies. What I just said. We lost Julius Randle 25 a game. You lost Mitchell Robinson, an interior presence. You see what he do. You lost Anunoby, one of our best defense players in the game or right at that time. And you lose one of the premier shooters off the bench. And we went to the 7th game in the Eastern Conference semis, whatever, last year. And you know if the Knicks wouldn't have lost some guys, it was Knicks and Boston, hands down. Hands down. If the Knicks didn't lose Julius Randle alone, it was Knicks and Boston.
Just him
alone. Just him alone.
Agreed, 100%.
It'd have been Knicks and Boston.
I do agree with you. At the same time, we should have.
Go ahead.
I do agree with you. At the same, I agree with you. I'll make this quick as the game's about to start. I do agree with you. In my opinion, I think we should have been the Pacers anyway. And again, I'm not overhyping Ben Mathurin. I'm not. Ben Mathurin, who's a key player, what the Pacers do, was hurt. That matters. You know what he did against the Knicks, dropped 38 on us this year. Ben Mathurin wasn't healthy for Indiana last year, neither. And even though we didn't have Randall, Mitch, Bogey, OG, the Knicks, in my opinion, should have won that series anyway because we were up 2-0 in that series. We did have a 9-point lead in Game 3 in the 4th quarter. And don't forget, we did win by 30 points despite injury in Game 5. So in my opinion, we should have been Indiana anyway. And Indiana didn't have Ben Mathurin, who is the key player for what they do. So
it's true, but we had 6 people, and that's the past.
Yeah, right.
You got to talk about what's happening.
Not only did Ben Mathurin ain't Julius Randle. Ben Mathurin is not Bogdan.
I'm not saying he is.
I know you're not saying this is what I'm trying to get to. Let me get to the point.
That.
Let me get to the point. I know you didn't. I'm just trying to get to a point, G-Way. I'm not directing to you. I'm just trying to get to a point. I'm trying to say the balance of what the team has because you lose so much firepower. The guys that normally don't play had to play for the Knicks. Like whoever played Julius Randle, Bogdan, and Chow Powell, they didn't have nobody. You had a bunch of cats who couldn't even. So the firepower that you're losing. So who replaced Julius Randle on the Knicks last year when they went down? Who replaced who replaced Anunoby?
Jeff Van Gundy.
Right.
Alec Burks a lot of minutes.
Who and listen, and on top of that, Jalen Brunson gets hurt. Anunoby comes back, then he gets hurt again. And
Josh Hart hurt. Josh Hart hurt with a rib injury.
Ihart was hurt.
I know what you mean. Right. I know what you mean.
I understand the Ben Mathurin thing. I really get
I know
that.
what you mean, and you're right. At the same time, Hallie was hurt too. Hallie was on one leg too.
All right,
but he played. He played.
If
your ass hurt, you don't play. But once you step across the line,
Josh Hart played too. So
listen, I understand. We ain't making no excuses. That's why we're not making no excuses. Once you're an NBA player, football player,
they should have won that series. That's what I'm saying.
I know what they could, but at the same time they didn't because they didn't have enough firepower. You know why? Now you wonder why Tiz had to play people 48 minutes. They don't got enough bodies, so they get tired.
I met Alicia Keys. I should have bagged her when I met her, but I didn't.
Right.
Listen,
we gotta get out of here. Give me y'all last thoughts. Let's get out here, get this game. I want to see Knicks going out here. I got the New York Knicks, ladies and gentlemen, tonight, bouncing back, beat these dudes 120. No, I'm gonna go 120. I'm gonna go 120 to 105. New York Knicks offense come to play. They don't have no offense down there right now. I know their defense is good. They play good in the Amway Center. I got New York Knicks 105. We're going to get it. Let's get it. We talk about this on the pregame, on the postgame tomorrow, the recap. We can have the same conversation tomorrow too, man. It's all good. I'm loving every bit of it. Let's get it.
Good, G.
I'll make this quick though. One, happy birthday, Divine. Happy birthday, Divine. By the way, please smash and crush your likes. You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm always here for you, man. Please smash and crush your likes, everyone. Nice to see you again, Jay Chosen. Nice to see you again, Shy. Please smash and crush. Smash and crush your likes. I got New York 120-105. Same score. Yeah.
Jay Chosen.
What you got, Jay?
All right, number one, my son fought his first fight last night in ECF and went in and punched him right in the mouth as soon as he went in there. I couldn't be a prouder father. It was. I don't want to get too deep into it, but
before you say, is it on YouTube yet? Is it on YouTube yet?
It's on.
I'll text you. I'll text you in a little bit as we get off.
Text me in a little bit.
Send me the information. Send me the information so I can see
What's
it.
his name? What's his name, Jay? What's your son's name?
Frank.
Frankie. We used his mom's name for the fight, but hold on. I'll put the info in there. All right.
Yeah, Frank,
it was ECF in Jamaica, Queens, at the Aventura huge place right by the Long Island Railroad.
Yeah.
This is.
Hey Dave, I think it might be.
Anyway, long story short, the game's about
to start. MSG. It's on MSG. I'm watching it right now. It's on MSG.
MSG. All right, Sha, look in the private chat, and hit me up. Definitely, let me just say a couple things. Happy birthday to my brother Divine. Of course, I said that earlier. I hope that you spent it well. I hope you spent it with your family. I know how you get down, so I know what you did, that it was definitely peaceful and dope. I have our game going tonight at I'm gonna say 118-103.
Sure, I like
118-103, and let me just say that the sky is not falling. We're gonna really get together. We're gonna use some of that good Italian gel, and we're gonna start rocking. I promise. Be a Knicks fan. Be positive. You stay positive. You put whatever in the air, that starts to happen. So talk good about them, and good will happen. I promise you that. And that's all I'm gonna say. Peace and love to the guys in love. That's it. Let's go Knicks.
Hey, what's that we used to use back in the day, Chef Power? Oh, New Now. Y'all remember the New Now?
New Now.
You know what's up? But listen, y'all enjoy the game, man.
Hold on. Let me get a Divine. Control the pace. Grab the rebounds. Hit your free throws over 36%. I'm right along with you guys. I think the Knicks do their average 120 to 107. Let's get it.
Let's get it. Salute to everybody. Y'all have a thank you for all the birthday shout outs, man. I appreciate all of y'all, man. Y'all know this family up in here. No matter what our thoughts may be, we all want one thing. We want the Knicks to win this damn thing one day. So let's just get it popping. Salute to everybody. Let's get out of here. Shaw Power, Jay Choden, G Money. Thank y'all for coming. We see y'all on the other side, man. Peace.
Peace.
Yo, Divine, what's good? You know what it is, bro. About to go ahead and get with SP. We about to get this Knicks Real Talk pregame popping off. Get this shit popping, man. I'll holla at you one.
Pull up in a black Silverado, get some petrol, then hit the metro on full throttle. Now we in the Mecca bottlenecking by the 30-second intersection. Look across the intersection where there's bomb, we see some rhyme flexing. In the city, we posted up as sticky notes. You can smell the icky in the air like hickory smoke. It's KRT, folks, we well represented. We on that Knicks shit, you can smell it, so please don't step in it. Niggas about to open up a can of whoop ass, to burn the cooker with gas. Big cat in the alley, digging through your team trash. Getting that cash ready for DoorDash to make a splash. But them fools moving too slow for the pregame show. But here's what's on tap with the starting five. Entry point key match up in a slew of facts. Little slew to the fam in the chat. When interacting with your man's them, cause the brand in front of the camera lens so picture cats and snap back to fit the cats and we lick dripping. It's real talk, you know we fit the description. It's the OG, older than Ananobi. We codes in me and my man Brody. Showing the dope and the low, we on your fire TV, that's Cody.
It's Knicks Real Talk. You know how we get down. We in that Nick dripping the Nick drip. It's Knicks Real Talk. You know how we get down. We in that Nick dripping the Nick drip. We in that Nick dripping the Nick drip. It's Knicks Real Talk. You know how drip, dripping the Nick drip. Real talk.